Even I didn't see this coming. Okay, I root against the Celtics. I say I want them to lose, right? Last year I said they're going down. I kind of felt like they weren't, but I wanted to speak it into existence. It didn't happen. They did walk through the playoffs and got to play the Pacers without Tyrese Halliburton. And yeah, they didn't have Porzingis, but they're still really overpowerful roster even without Porzingis. But even I didn't think this was possible, okay? Now, I've been saying all season that the Boston Celtics are going to have a rude awakening. I didn't think that you were just going to shoot the most threes per game in the history of the game and walk into the playoffs and face no adversity at all. People get caught up in this regular season stuff and think that nobody's going to touch them. They also think that the Boston Celtics play down to competition, right? And so if they have back-to-back games where they lose to the Orlando Magic or whoever, they're just playing down to competition. They don't care about the regular season. Watch what they do when they lock in for the playoffs. Hello? I don't know if you guys got the memo, but the playoffs started. So not only have they not yet locked in for the playoffs, what they did the whole season is carrying over into the playoffs because they have this. And Kendrick Perkins actually used the word that I was trying to think of yesterday, talking about what I thought of this team this year: arrogance. The way that they talk to the officials the whole game, the way that they kind of just expect, oh, we're the championship Boston Celtics, you know, I'm supposed to get this call. The way that they play lackadaisical perimeter defense, slow rotations, terrible transition defense. They just look like they showed up and expected to walk to the NBA Finals again, and the New York Knicks are smacking them in the face and proving, hey, that ain't going to happen. Again, I still think Boston wins this series. I think they wake up. I don't think they're going to continue to do what they did in these first two games. Although what I said after the first game was they are in big trouble if they don't adjust. In the first game, right, first half they were terrible. They shot like 3 for 25 from three, and they didn't adjust from half to half. The second half, what did they do? They just shot more threes. And the fourth quarter, they went 3 for 15. So they didn't adjust. They tried to just double down. And even Joe Mazzulla said, we just need to keep shooting. So I thought, all right, after game one, after that keep shooting idea didn't work, they're definitely going to switch up the strategy, right? No, actually, in game two, they did the same thing again. And they were 10 for 40 from three-point range for 25%. Again, if you guys don't believe in the basketball gods, it's time to start believing. You can't write this any better than these first two games. This team spent the whole season ruining the NBA product, shooting more threes than any team in the history of the game. They got to the playoffs, and the basketball gods said, not so fast. Lit on the rim. Now you got to do something else. Remember, the 2018 Rockets, Daryl Morey tried to just do what? Shoot more threes than everybody else to beat the Golden State Warriors. Got all the way to a game 7, and what happened? They missed 27 three-pointers in a row to lose a game 7 after they spent the whole season having one strategy: shoot more threes than everyone else. That is the basketball gods raining down wrath on these teams that think they can beat the system. And now the Boston Celtics have to adjust. And we'll see what they do. If they continue to just, well, let's just keep shooting, eventually it's going to fall. The numbers say this, the numbers say that, the probability, the math, blah, blah, blah. Good luck. Good luck. What happened in the fourth quarter last night? You got more clutchness from Jalen Brunson again, back-to-back games where he hit massive shots down the stretch. You got more anti-clutchness from Jason Tatum. And then the final play, you know, they're down 1, right? Brunson puts him up with the step-back mid-range, which was just another Jalen Brunson shot that you knew was going in. Just another Jalen Brunson shot that is because it's the moment, because it's the shot to put them up 1, because the momentum led up to this one, it's going in. He just has that clutch gene. And then you get a couple of bricks from Jaylen Brown, who doesn't have a clutch gene. And then you get a missed putback layup from Derek White. Then Jalen Brunson goes in with the right, puts the Knicks up 3. Then you get Jason Tatum at the free throw line, 2-point game. Brunson misses a 3. Tatum comes down, the one-handed dunk down the lane. Bad defense by the Knicks right there. Caught him sleeping. put the Celtics back up 1. Brunson gets fouled on another mid-range jump shot. I'm not sure if that was Holiday. That was Drew Holiday playing that, physical defense. He didn't want to fall for the step back again, although I don't think he hit the step back on Holiday the couple of possessions before that. But either way, Brunson gets fouled by Holiday, goes to the free throw line. Knicks up 1. Who has the ball? Jason Tatum again. You saw game 1. He went 0 for 5 from 3 in the fourth quarter. He was trying to be the hero, taking bad shot after bad shot after bad shot. I can just see it when he has the ball. He doesn't look like he's playing a comfortable game. He looks like he's taking the ball and saying, I gotta be the man here. It just looks a little off. The chemistry doesn't look right about it. Anyway, the final possession last night, Jason Tatum one-on-one. They labeled it on this app, missed shot and a bad pass in the same possession. He has Mitch Robinson one-on-one. I thought he was going for a simple step back at the free throw line to win the game. He hesitates. He drives all the way to his left, tries to go one-footed over a triple team, and then tries to completely bail on the shot and throw it back out to the three-point line like a Ben Simmons-esque type of mental just cop-out, oh shit, let me throw it back to the three-point line with no time on the clock. And Mikal Bridges is right there to just snatch the ball. A second Mikal Bridges game-ending defensive play in a row. The New York Knicks have all the momentum. And again, all season long, I said the Boston Celtics are going to shoot themselves out of it. I said, you can't just live and die by the 3. They're going to have to do something else. There's going to come a time when those shots aren't falling. This is the time. And I thought they would adjust after game 1. They didn't adjust after game 1. They did the same exact thing in game 2. Blew another 20-point lead. And the Knicks are up 2-0. Again, I personally feel like the New York Knicks are going to end up winning this series. I personally feel like the Boston Celtics are going to end up winning this series. I hope the Knicks win it, but I think the Celtics getting 2 reality checks in a row here in Boston, they're finally going to switch up the strategy a little bit and maybe attack the rim a little bit more. But I do hope the Knicks win the series. We'll see what happens, but just pretty incredible for the whole season to lead up to this and for them to get a reality check like this in the first 2 games of the second round. We'll see. We'll see if they switch it up. The Celtics have missed a combined 75 3-point attempts in their 2 games versus the Knicks. A team that it's just wild. A team that got scrutinized all season for doing nothing but passing the ball around the perimeter and chucking threes. The very first game that matters. We're not going to count the Orlando Magic with Paolo Banchero and basically a G League team around them without Jaden Ivey. Sorry. The first game that really matters, the first 2 games, they go 25 for 100 from 3-point range. We used to think shooting 43s a game, the Houston Rockets back in the day, we used to think that shooting 43s in a game was crazy. And the Boston Celtics are having no problem shooting 50-plus threes a game. 100 3-point attempts in 2 games, and they go 25 for 100. Guys, let's not be too tough on the Celtics. They don't have experience beating Eastern Conference teams without devastating injuries. Ooh. Is this a reality check for the Boston Celtics? Because last year, some teams had some pretty big injuries, notably the Tyrese Halliburton injury in the Eastern Conference Finals. Jason Tatum in the fourth quarter of this series, 1 for 11, 0 for 9 from 3. Celtics fall to 0-2 on the series. Absolutely incredible. Any Celtics fans in the chat, or are they all? Wait a minute. They're all gone. Remember what I said 2 days ago when I was talking about the Boston Celtics blowing this lead. And we had a plethora of Boston Celtics fans in the chat. We had 100 of them in the chat. And I said, if they lose game 2, all of these Boston Celtics fans in this chat are going to disappear. And now I'm looking at the chat after they blow another game, and I'm not seeing any Boston Celtics fans. Where's Jimmy J? Jimmy J, where are you at? Jimmy J comes in every stream that I do all season long. He comments on every video all season long, and I love him. I appreciate the engagement. But where's he at? Steph, where are you at? By the way, shout out to Yeater's Barbershop in Palmyra, Pennsylvania. They were cutting my hair today, and Bobby said he's going to put this stream on in the shop at 2 p.m. If I'm on your TV, what's up, Bobby? What's up, Josh? What's up, Eric? And Steph Just like I told you guys when I was in there earlier today. He won't be here, and he's not here. Oh, that is rich. But yeah, I think the Boston Celtics end up winning the series because I think this is a reality check that they needed, and now they need to adjust. This just chucking 53s a game isn't going to win the game, isn't going to win the series when the New York Knicks are just out fighting you. They're out hustling you. They're beating you in the toughness category. They're diving on the floor. They're beating you in transition. They're chasing down loose balls. And you got guys jogging around out there chucking threes. That's my take on it, man. Y'all got any takes in the chat since these Boston Celtics fans are gone? Steph said he would be here. Where's he at? Where's he at? Steph is in hot. The Knicks haven't played their best basketball, but they're still up 2-0. He and Bridges are showing why they were brought here. What else we got? Need to do a welfare check on Boston Trolls. They'll be back, man. Your math ain't mathing. 80% says we got this. Go Knicks. We'll see, man. I think Boston comes back swinging in the next 2 games. You think the Knicks are making the finals if we beat Boston? Nope, I do not. I think, first of all, if the Cleveland Cavaliers don't get Darius Garland back in Game 3, they're in huge trouble. The Indiana Pacers, I picked them to win the first series over the Bucks. I picked the Cavs to beat the Pacers because I was assuming the Cavs were going to be healthy, but I believed in the Pacers a lot. Anybody that listens to me all the time knows what I've been saying about the Indiana Pacers this season and these playoffs. That's a deep team with a lot of weapons. They've been playing together for a long time. And Tyrese Halliburton is on another level after he was voted the most overrated player in the NBA by his peers. Nah, I'm taking the Pacers. If the Knicks win this series, I'm taking the Pacers in the Eastern Conference Finals.